All right. All right. All right. Still going. Oi. Right. Here you are, kids. Duck. Oh, yeah. This is the good stuff right here. Hey, bird duck. The heck is making that noise? Oh, hi, coffee duck. Pretty sure it's this guy. Yeah, I think it's this guy. Ah, feels good. Just to kick up your feet and relax. So, the 2 gigs are fun. Very fun, as they always are. At the gig yesterday, one of the security guards thought I was drunk because I was falling asleep in like a corner, basically. I was sitting at the band table because that's just where I hang out. But yeah, one of the security guys is like, "Hey, don't fall asleep, buddy. Don't fall asleep." And I'm like, ah. Not that I necessarily was falling asleep. I was watching Stargate on my phone. I just had my phone resting on the table and I was all cozy and just wrapped up in like, Stargate. I had my headphones on. It was just like in the corner of my own little world. Don't fall asleep, buddy. I'm not falling asleep. He went back to stand, like, post up somewhere. And then near the stage, it was like, okay, buddy, don't fall asleep. He got, like, look back at me, don't fall asleep. And it's like, my guy. I pointed to my eyeballs like, I'm awake. Chill. Oh, man. Yeah, no. To him, he probably thought I was like zonking out. It's like, nope, just watching Stargate. Just watching Stargate. Damn, this little guy's flying. Look at him go. Amazing. Boxer duck. That's right. We got a boxer duck. There's so many ducks. This makes me happy. The first gig, the Friday gig. Oi. Was it was a good time. It was just a great time. I ended up buying like 8 coffees. No, not for me. I wish. No, it's I got coffees for like the entire band, basically. I was literally the coffee runner. I did have like 2 coffees though. It was pretty great. Coffee's good. Yeah, I'm still tired as frick, by the way. So like this second part might just be like 20 minutes. In the meantime, I wanna do what I usually do. Oh, there's a new film. There's a new film that got released. Guys, it's a new film that got released. There's a new one. There's a new film. Yeah. All right, let me find it. All right, I found it. I heckin' found it. We're gonna watch TV again. I found it. I found another one. They just released this like 50 minutes ago.
These men are members of one of the most unique military organizations in history.
Yeah?
Behind these green faces are men who have accepted the challenge of some of the most daring assignments given to American fighting men. These are the Navy's SEALs.
Why did they call them SEALs anyway? Because they're like amphibious? They go on land and stuff? I don't get it. Hold on, let's look that up. Why are Navy SEALs called SEALs? Named after the environment in which they operate. Sea, air, and land. Literally SEAL. Oh, I'm so dumb.
For years, the existence of these teams was a Defense Department secret. Now, parts of their story can be told. In an age when most military engagements have become distant and impersonal, SEALs operate in the midst of the enemy. Their purpose is to disrupt his supply lines, choke his communications, learn his secrets.
If you really want some exciting work, come to SEAL Team.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're more or less of an unsung soldier in a lot of respects because they can't write up a lot of the things we do. But I say that within yourself, you'll have this personal pride that, no, you was there and you did the job. After the war, they'll probably write about it. But if you're in here for just getting the Bronze Star and your name on the front page, no, you won't, because they don't put our name on the front page. Well, you'll know within yourself.
The irony in that, actually, is kind of funny.
What a great unit we are. You'll be there.
I hear more about the SEALs than I do, like, Delta or Green Berets.
But once out of water, most similarity with frogmen ends.
We are basically an intelligence gathering unit. We gather every bit of information that's possible, whether it be a small piece of paper with some Vietnamese writing on it, or trails, boat traffic, anything that might be of real significant value to your intelligence officer when you get back.
Every man's got to have the physical strength to get through the mission and the mental strength not to waver when the going gets rough. And it gets pretty rough pretty regularly.
You've got to want it inside of here, gentlemen. I told you that. We throw things at you rather fast. You've got to react immediately. Because later on, if you don't react immediately, you will be a casualty. And you're doing us no good. We have to put you in an old pine box because you didn't use your noodle.
You didn't use your noodle. He said it. He said it. You didn't use your noodle.
For one reason and one reason only. To make you the type of person we need to get.
Who are you? I don't know.
No matter what the job is.
Who are you?
These men are preparing for the grim reality of a personal war. Counter-guerrilla jungle fighting and rugged hand-to-hand combat lies ahead. For this, they must stay in prime physical condition. Those who can't take it would be a liability in combat.
In UDT training, they very definitely push you to your limits. In fact, beyond what you thought was your limit. It's an eye-opener. It was an eye-opener for me, and I'm sure it was for most people.
What training does for us is it gives us a stamina. Teaches us to know ourselves. To know that we could, if we had.
As they say, the greatest enemy is yourself. Mentally and physically.
Meters of mud on our stomachs and be ready to fight when we get there.
It's not a breeze. I think it's more of a mental problem than it is physical. I mean, if it's a normal, average, athletic type person that has nothing physically wrong with him, then it's all up to him. If he wants UDT bad enough, he can endure the runs. They don't punish you to where you can't walk again, or you don't have to swim so far that you're going to cramp up and drown.
Get up. Straighten your legs, Adams. Lock your knees.
You can get a great deal of confidence out of some of those obstacles over there. Physical training, certainly. You work different parts of the body on different obstacles. You work coordination, as a matter of fact, and a great deal of confidence in yourself.
Woodpecker.
It's just that, well, I want UDT, and I can do all these things. And then you get a positive attitude about the training, and there's nothing they can do to make you quit. You can endure all the extra push-ups and the instructors hollering at you, and just take it with a grain of salt and just say, well, that's part of the program. Always think ahead. Well, in another hour, this problem's going to be over, and I'll be back in the barracks with a hot shower and a hot meal.
The temperature in the shade is 193. There isn't any water and there isn't any grass. All there is cactus and it sticks you in the glorious, glorious.
There's cacti. I knew it.
For the four of us, singing glory be to God that there are no more of us, or one of us could drink it all alone, damn near. Hoo-yah!
Booyah! Fuck yeah, I'm everywhere. And you stick him in the ass, too. They were gonna say stick him in the ass. They just censored it. See, there, Chris, you've been around since forever. I always knew you could do it.
Specialists in being where they are least expected. Getting to the job may mean jumping out of a boat, a helicopter,
Damn
or an
right.
airplane.
Where's coffee done?
You have to want.
Look, there's a little steam coming out of the coffee
to
duck.
survive this training. Some people, I suppose, want to prove something to themselves. Some people, maybe they
Speaking
want
of
to prove
coffee.
something to somebody else.
I think it's a psychological aspect, the hardship while you're doing all this. In other words, you think about things a little bit differently. You start realizing that probably one of the greatest things you ever had was just sitting in a warm room with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You just don't know how much you can appreciate something like that. It prepares you well for when you go in combat. You learn that a little rain's not gonna
Look, a nice cup of coffee
blood's not
is
gonna hurt
the
you.
best.
You don't like it, but you learn that you can live with it.
Okay, this morning, gentlemen, we're going to take up what was known in the teams as an Emerson scuba rig. This means that it is a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. This rig is used any type of clandestine or sneak attack operations. It is desirable for this use because of the fact that there are no bubbles coming out of this rig when it is submerged. And we can have you step up here, sir. We'll slip you into it.
No
Skills must
bubbles.
Be able to turn off physical discomfort, but their minds must be in top working order. Few jobs in the Navy require more mature judgments to be made almost
Mature.
instantaneously.
Mature.
In a combat zone, these decisions can mean the difference between the success and failure of a mission, between life and death.
It's so green. That's a lot of algae.
Now, of course, it includes diving and demolition
Oh,
work.
you know it's old when they don't even have like the CH-47s. It's like the CH-43. Ooh. Ooh.
Qualified troop there is.
Let go. Yeah. That apparatus does not look very safe for your neck.
Get up and out. Get up and out. Get up and out.
Man, it's gotta be so much fun.
You put that chute on, your stomach starts getting hard. Your first jump especially. And they say hook up, check static line, check your equipment. The word comes to stand on the door, and I was scared.
It was a thrill.
Was that a butt swat? I saw it.
If not
I
everybody
saw
can
it.
get up and jump out of a perfectly good plane. Why, I don't know.
Every SEAL is trained in parachuting. Floating down from the sky is a good way of getting to a patrol area unannounced.
Hey,
Techniques with army
yeah, I guess. Depends on where you parachute. If you parachute right on top of them, they're gonna know, dude.
Coming down like a feather.
He's coming down like a feather. Please touch the ground. Boom! Yeah, coming down like a feather. Bam!
Jump on arm 4, prepare for enormous lift to your front. To your front
Man.
4. Your other front 4. Drop 4. Jumper on arm 3, prepare for enormous lift to your...
You get to the door and you leave. It's one motion as opposed to being there for a couple of minutes. You exit, you can feel the chute coming out of the bag off my back, the pack. Then as the prop blast hits the chute, you can really feel the tug. You look up if your risers aren't crossed. If they're crossed, you've got to uncross them by pulling them apart. The harness, which is uncomfortable, as anything can be when you're wearing
Boom.
it on the ground.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
There in the sky, and you just float float down.
Check, canopy. Check, canopy. Check, canopy. Check.
Once you leave the door and you're out in the air,
That's so nifty.
in the world, because you know you've done it, you know that you didn't have to be pushed out the door, you did this thing on your own. You're still apprehensive every jump, because those thoughts always run through my mind. What am I doing up in this airplane? Why do I want to jump out of this airplane?
Yeah, what am I doing in the airplane? Why am I jumping out of the airplane?
Then it's just, hell, I love it.
As you approach the ground, normally there's a man in a bullhorn saying, take a prepare to land attitude. Grab your risers, take a slip into the wind so you're trying to stand still. This is now bend your knees, point your toes, chin up, eyes in the horizon. After your first one, you're ready to jump the next 4.
Woo! Yeah! I love the guys that style on the way out. Then get in trouble, probably.
The SEALs call this halo.
High altitude, low opening. Yeah.
For SEALs, a means of silent entry to the enemy's territory.
I believe the low opening part refers to you pull your chute pretty close to the ground to reduce your visibility. Okay. Nice game.
Before deployment to a combat zone, SEAL squads practice together the way it will be over there.
This is incredibly cozy.
The time you leave that boat, or the helicopter, or however you're getting inserted, to the time you get back, you don't even open your mouth. We teach them hand and arm signals in cadre training. It doesn't make any difference what type of signal you do use, as long as everybody knows it.
To bring back information that will help reveal the enemy's story, SEALs must be alert every minute.
An intelligence officer can do so much more with little facts than you have any idea of.
Oh, he's a bull! And he chases the color red. That's funny. I just noticed that.
That there will be people down there soon. When he adds this to other bits of information he's found out, well, a pattern of enemy activity begins to develop.
There he is. Look at that.
All the techniques they have learned are brought to bear in this realistic training. As individuals, they learn to function together. They become a team.
You know, it makes me kind of want to watch Stargate. I want to watch Stargate. Well, then we'll watch Stargate together. Well, not on stream. I'll get in trouble if I watch it on stream. I'd love to just stream Stargate to you guys and just be, like, talk about Stargate for, like, you know, 5 hours while we watch Stargate. But YouTube would get so mad at me for doing that. They'd be like, boy, this ghosty, he's about to die again. He's about to die so fast.
I think our record speaks for itself. 70 or 80 Bronze Stars and numerous Purple Hearts and Silver Stars, a couple of those, and Legion of Merits, and the awards have been just numerous. As far as I'm concerned, each and every one of them are highly deserved, and I think it comes from teamwork, togetherness.
Hey, teamwork, I know everyone says it, but teamwork really does make the dream work. Make sure to work with your friends, not against them. Come on.
We feel, and we are proud of the fact that we're one of the most highly trained, efficient, small units that there is in any service. And I think it's the
It's just weird. Did it look like he literally, I mean, he probably did, but it literally just looked like he went off the cliff without actually, like, he didn't actually look like he was, like, roped in or anything. He literally just looks like he just dove off the cliff and said, well, see ya.
That's the reason why I stay.
Oh, the woodpecker's going. Bye, woodpecker.
Working on the land, in other lands, means using another language. For men who go to Southeast Asia, the Vietnamese language is a necessity.
Hôm nay chúng ta sắp học xong tiếng Việt.
Xin mời cô.
Dạ.
Hôm nay trời đẹp.
Dạ, hôm nay trời đẹp lắm.
Hôm nào cô ấy?
Dạ, hướng đông có nhiều mây đen.
Hôm nay trời sẽ.
Well, our primary job is to gather intelligence. We don't go in to kill Charlie, we go in to capture him. And,
that is a threat. Oh, we're not going to kill you. We're going to capture you.
Come here, get your hands up. You're surrounded. This type of thing. See, the three short phrases that we use are dong lai, which means stop, lai day, which means come here, and didi, which is sort of a slang Vietnamese phrase that means, you know, get the hell out of here, move out.
Đi Việt Nam tháng 11. Phải không?
As often as possible, forays on the ground are planned with a look from above. The war in Southeast Asia is an unusual kind of war. There are no front lines here. The elusive enemy can appear as villagers or farmers. To find out what is going on in unfriendly territory, it takes men on the ground.
Okay, man, this is a warning order for tonight's mission.
I love Warno.
Tonight is going to be an ambush.
Careful consideration of every eventuality has led to a specific plan for this patrol. Every phase of the mission has been thought through.
That platoon leader has a tremendous amount of load on his back. A lot of people think, well, the squad leader, he's just a man that gives the orders. But while everybody else is sitting around shooting a bull, and that man's getting the mission order, he's got 4 or 5 hours of work to do. He's got to coordinate everything, his artillery, his airstrikes, what kind of support is he going to have available? He gets it all set up.
The real MVP.
4 or 5 hours before the people even get the word on it. Just done as a warning order.
The one primary danger area which we know.
I thought that dude on the left wasn't wearing pants. I was very scared. I was like, huh. Nope, he was just in long johns.
We'll be patrolling down here on our file.
Hey, don't smoke. That's bad for you.
Short of the bridge.
Is the coffee pot following me? I swear. I just hear coffee pot noises start every, like, couple minutes. Ah, the river boats.
We have the capability of being assertive from everything from submarines to fixed-wing aircraft, but essentially the terrain is going to tell you whether or not you're going to use a helicopter or a PBR. Most of the men feel that the name SEAL team is what carries you real reward. You could give a medal out for 50-60% of the missions we go on. Since you can't have that many medals, the value of being a SEAL, I think, is what they're really concerned with. The actual medal they present to you at the end of a tour is more of a token value, I think.
Those boats are cool because they're meant to be in, like, super shallow waters. And still, like, rock house.
If you don't have the element of surprise, you're lost. You won't come out. The element of surprise all the time. As soon as you're compromised, as soon as they know you're there, you're in trouble and you have to be on the way out. If you've got a long way to go, in a particularly hostile area, you won't make it out.
Ugh.
You're swimming across streams very frequently. On long patrol, you might swim.
You know, it's like I don't mind the water. I'm just afraid of stepping on crap.
From a few feet to maybe 50 yards. This is carrying your.
Then again, if you're wearing like steel toe boots, you'll probably feel fine.
It can become somewhat of a trouble, especially for radioman or machine gunner.
Yeah, that dude's carrying so much extra weight.
Danger, the element of surprise. In fact, the only thing that really limits us is the imagination on the part of the people that assign us targets. The philosophy I use is there isn't an impossible mission, really.
Hey, that's a good mindset. There isn't an impossible mission.
People just want to be with the best group. They've already made it to UDT. And they know that if they have the mental attitude.
Ah, yes. I love snow.
Right with the top, doing the most exciting things and be treated.
Ah, there we go. We can see now.
lot of people join the SEAL team to be with a group that can fight well and still be part of the Navy.
What it is, I guess, is a prestige of being the top man.
You know all the time you're going to be called to do the hardest job, a job that nobody else will take.
We insist on very physically fit people, also a person that is mentally stable to be able to do the things we do, because everything we do has a certain amount of risk involved in it. And it has to be a person that accepts this, not a thrill seeker, not just a young kid that wants a bunch of thrills of jumping out of an airplane or this type of thing, but one that expects danger and knows how to handle it and how to live with it, because in SEAL team you do live with danger. It's part of your life.
I got sushi today too. That was nice.
In Vietnam, SEALs have learned that prisoners are a good source of information on the enemy's situation and intentions. One prisoner can provide information that may lead to the capture of many more.
See, you know it's sneaky stuff because they have like the soft jazz, you know, drums, and they got the bass riff doing like all sneaky.
After many hours ashore, mud-soaked SEALs relax. New information will be pieced together with existing intelligence. The pattern of enemy activity brought up to date. Often a SEAL patrol returns with word of unsuspected enemy activity, the location of new campsites, or knowledge of enemy movement on an infiltration route. Troops are alerted. Boatloads move up the river to strike back.
Boatloads. In this sense, it's literal boatloads. Oh, you got that dual feed 50. Oh man. Ah, no.
Patrol boats and gunship helicopters answer the challenge.
There he goes. I love that. That's so nifty. Yeah, a lot of those early Huey gunships just had like 4 M60s as their machine guns, because they didn't have miniguns yet or something like that, or they were just like barely getting like produced or something. Anyway, so they just kind of strapped 4 M60s to a mount and said, yeah, this will work. And they just had 4 big belts that fed into the helicopter. That dude just hit firing it.
Are based on information the SEALs have brought back. Continuing the tradition of bold men who go behind the enemy's lines, SEALs work, as they say, in Charlie's backyard.
Hey, hey.
They're being where they are not expected. For their dedication to duty, SEALs have become some of the most decorated fighting men in history. The award citations retell some of their exploits. On one occasion, while conducting a clandestine combat patrol through hostile terrain, the mission was to capture Viet Cong in order to gain intelligence on enemy supply movements in the area. The patrol stopped while the forward security element was sent out to reconnoiter a bridge the patrol would cross.
Man, that 60s fashion is wild.
Had moved in to set an ambush at the crossing point. The point man sensed it and charged.
I can't decide whether it looks hot or whether it looks cold
cover, leaving himself
from the wind.
Enemy fire. His aggressiveness and quick thinking saved his patrol from suffering heavy casualties.
Cold. Yeah, it's probably cold. I love medals. They're so dumb. You just like slather them on. They're like layered on there.
Of exceptional deeds. But awards are not the reason for performance in combat. What these men are and what they represent has sustained them and given them their purpose.
John Gordon. Listen to that bass line. And then the xylophone? Okay. Why was there a xylophone? Oh, an F4 Phantom, conventional weapons. Oh, I love F4 Phantom. Because they have Phantom in the name. Look, that should be obvious, right? Here. Oh, it's a dive bombing training film. Neat. All right, you know what? I'm so tired. I'm calling it early. All right, I'm calling it. I can't. I'm more wiped out than I thought I was. If you want to chat, hit me up in the Discord. I'm gonna go take a nap. So tired. I'm sorry. I'll see you around tomorrow. We'll see. Yes, tomorrow. We'll be doing stuff tomorrow. All right. Yeah, get out of here, you rascals.